Perfect. Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me all well. Thanks for the introduction and thanks for having me. Yeah, indeed. So I'm going to talk about three main parts. So number one, how will the consumer actually shop in 2030? Right. Whenever we talk to brands and retailers, that's one of the key topics we discuss. Then secondly, how does actually today look like? Yeah, and what are key areas that brands and retailers care about? And then what are the implications for it? Yeah. And we do that typically in two lenses. So number one, looking on the right hand side, future back, right? So in 2030, how can it look like? And then present forward, what are things that are currently, already working very well? Now let's start off with the journey in 2030. Like I'm going to talk you through a day how it could look like. Yeah, and we start off with an AI-based wake-up call that knows exactly when is the right time for you to get up. Then you stand in front of your smart mirror, who actually knows exactly your schedule, the weather, how it is, and suggests you something you should wear today, and also understands your wardrobe, that something is missing that would be a perfect addition to it. Yeah. It goes on that you go to the kitchen, have a smart breakfast, where kitchen appliances help you. You commute and shop, and you work, and you get expired, obviously, during your breaks to shop certain things, shop your favorite brands. Now then we move on, lunch break, and then you have a fully personalized in-store shopping experience, right? So we believe that when you're going to walk into a certain store going forward in 2030, that actually it's very well known what has been your order history with the brand, what fits you well, what's the right style, and you can directly put it on, or don't even have to put it on. It's going to be displayed on you, and you can see whether it's worth for you to purchase. Then you forgot that tomorrow is Valentine's Day, right? So you still need to buy something for your partner. So you put on your glasses and go via a VR experience. I saw also the ones you're having here to shop something else within a quick break. Then you watch a live event, you pick up something in store, and then also ultimately you commute home. And then I think the last part of the day, again, is about workout. So also here, the AI understands very well, how fit you are today, what you've eaten, what's your routine looks like, and then you're going to have an AI-led running workout. Now, when you get back, the parcel will arrive. So things that you have ordered will arrive in real time towards your doorstep, and you can easily pick it up. And then at night, you probably still are watching Netflix in 2030, but then you can directly buy something which is shown in Netflix, for your favorite actor, a dress or something that is worn, and directly purchase it. And then obviously you have some more dialogue-driven commerce, which we see today already with Zalando, but also About You, that you can prompt and say, hey, I'm attending a wedding in Italy because my friend just invited me. What should I wear? Right. So also here a little bit different before it goes to bed. And I think important that all those touch points can be still done by us as a human being or shopper, but it can also be delegated by a personal AI agent. That's also something we discussed a lot with AWS recently, that we believe that in 2030 you will see already tendencies that people are not browsing on the individual front ends anymore, but they will rather have an AI agent who knows your order history, your favorite brands, your occasions, whatsoever. And this person will then go on, if you say, hey, I need Nike running shoes, go on to Nike, Amazon, Zalando, About You, and find basically a perfect matching pair of shoes and orders it directly in the size, orders it to the delivery wherever you want to have it, right? So you can delegate ultimately the entire purchasing process. We'll see that already hopefully in 2030. And obviously benefits for customers are super clear. I personally think you're going to have your agent somewhere in WhatsApp or somewhere else where you can trigger them, and they will then ultimately crawl the individual sites to purchase them. Now, obviously, all what I've just shown is shaped by various mega trends. So you've seen AI, you've seen immersive metaverse things, you have sustainable circularity. So all of those things are happening across the world, at different extent. And I think most of us would agree that the what is very well known. So we can obviously discuss how individual use cases will play out, but I would say most of us would agree that what I've just shown goes to 80-90% in the direction what we are expecting. But I think the two things that are unclear is the when. So is it 2030, 2035, 2040? And also what is unclear is the how, right? So how am I going to implement this into my technology stack? And how are my teams working with the respective use cases? And if you follow that thought, the key to success is obviously flexibility and agility. So on the one hand side, flexibility that you can easily adjust. For example, if now Perplexity or ChatGPT becomes a relevant interface for consumers, you need to adjust very quickly your commerce stack to integrate those front ends. And then also agility, your business teams need to be able to embrace that relatively quickly. Yeah, so you also need an agile solution. Now let's look at present forward. Yeah, so when we talk to brands and retailers out there, also here everyone gets what I've said at the beginning. But when we really look at it, it's today's challenges which bother them the most. Yeah, so it's about focus on profitability. E-commerce needs to deliver, just as much profitability as wholesale or other channels. Low consumer spending, lots of IT projects. Everyone is doing an ERP upgrade. And then low digital maturity for selective brands and retailers, right? So this is clearly outweighing, I would say, today's problems, yeah, and what tomorrow should bring actually. And it's really for brands and retailers to navigate how do I drive profitability while still investing for the future. And we have like lots of conversations with those brands and retailers. Some of the quotes you can find here. So very challenging market environment, digital is not performing well. Obviously, the US government is not making it easy for all the US prospects we are talking to. And also in terms of efficiency, so how large should be my commerce team, also here the idea is that it should be managed by less than 1 FTE for a multi-brand retailer. So obviously quite a challenge in terms of how effective you will be. And then also numerous IT projects. Yeah, so everyone is doing, as I said, the upgrade to ERP at the moment. And then also how big your engineering teams are is a big discussion. So also here, many brands and retailers are saying, okay, it's hard for me to actually manage that and embrace the great new things which we all see coming with my current organization. Cool. And then I think just to summarize the future, but also the current situation is, what does it now mean for a commerce platform? Yeah. So what do you actually need? So on the one hand side, you need a lot of capabilities built in-house already. So you have a lower total cost of ownership. Second, you need to embed AI everywhere. So basically embrace what we've seen. And then last one, have the flexibility and agility to adjust the platform as we go. Yeah? And this is ultimately then what we hope to very well with SCAYLE. Yeah? So where you see in the center part, the key capabilities that SCAYLE provides, yeah, all in green. The customer-facing parts can be easily swapped out. So it can be a Zalando shop, About You shop, own.com, or a Perplexity, Instagram, whatever. Right? So everything can be up top here, and then the admin API to which you connect everything. And then when you double-click on the AI use cases, I think it's important that some of them are already executed today very, very well. Right? So on the one hand side, customer-facing ones, and then also some in the back office. And just want to give you a little bit of sneak peek of what's working well. So on the one hand side, many of our customers have been testing various AI use cases. You see two on the left-hand side is from About You. So About You has introduced conversational shopping assistant called Maya, launched it, I think, 1 year ago. And then also virtual try-on, they have also launched just recently. And then Vielmann has worked with an AI-based image search where you upload a picture and say, I want to have the Ray-Ban from Tom Cruise, from Top Gun, and then Vielmann suggests you basically what is the equivalent that you can buy at the Vielmann shop, right? When we look at the number, conversational shopping assistant is not yet there, I would say. So Maya, the one at About You, is just converting at 1% from start to add to wish list. Yeah? So not even to check out, but rather just to wish list. Yeah? And the key challenge the About You teams are seeing is that it's very hard for us humans to interact with the chatbot to bring up ideas for, I want to attend a wedding in Italy. Then you get something, and then refining this by further prompts is not very well learned, right? And also the algorithm, what it suggests, is not amazing yet. So why the results are not there, when you talk about you team, is, yeah, we need to refine it and we need to make it better. So it's definitely, I think, something they will do in the future. Much more prominent is virtual try-on. Yeah, so as you can see on the left-hand side, you pick a certain product, then you upload a picture of yourself, which you have already in your file, and then the product is laid over it, right? And thereby you can instantly see how does it fit or how does it not fit. And it's just 2 months on, and this has seen significantly better results. Yeah, so significantly higher add-to-basket rates. People are uploading 2 photos on average. So overall, very, very positive and quite promising results there. And then it's looking to the back end, right? So yes, you've tried to touch some of the front end capabilities. So what do we do in the back end for SCAYLE? And one example is AI-based product enrichment, right? So you upload a new product, and then it should directly tell you, okay, it's a red dress, short sleeve, has flowers on it, is probably for women and should autofill all the attributes, yeah, and should also generate a text for you so you can easily push that live. Yeah? So those are product data enrichment and also image recognition. And then also AI-enriched resource center that, you know, your developers are quite a precious resources. So you want to make sure that they are unblocked very quickly. So the resource center has now AI embedded that you can ask, how do I launch a new country on SCAYLE? And then it will ultimately tell you which steps you need to undertake. Right? And then what we are currently working on, which is I think the most exciting one, is the back office agent. Yeah. So ultimately, a back office agent or co-pilot that you have in your backend, and you basically prompt by, hey, I need to increase my profitability in Eastern Europe. What should I do? And then the agent suggests you basically certain measures to do so. Run on, you know, certain audiences a promotion for the category jeans, right, to boost revenue or profitability in that sense. Yeah? Or some of the other cases would be, hey, I want to launch a new country. Yeah, help me to set up a new country, right? And then the agent would start to, you know, set up the country, load the categories, put the products in and the likes, yeah, and ultimately really be of support for the shop managers and make them more efficient. Because only I think when we do this one right, we'll get the efficiency measures that every brand and retailers out there want from us, that you need ultimately less people to operate your commerce tech and have them freed up for other stuff. Cool, yeah, and I think with that, already on the last one here, just to summarize for you guys, key takeaways. Yeah, so number one, consumers are changing and are changing faster than I think we are all expecting. So by 2030, you see already lots of the use cases I think we've seen. Then secondly, brands need a platform that adapts for them and is easy to integrate with other solutions. Yeah? So the platforms who have been 25, 30 years old, they will not be able to cope with that, right? So you need to be flexible and agile. And then last one, AI will be a real game changer, both for the consumer, how they interact, how they shop, but also for the shop managers who are working in a commerce platform, how they actually set up countries, promotions, and so forth in order to drive certain KPIs. Perfect. And with that, any questions from you guys? Thanks. Awesome. Yeah, in case any further questions come up, our booth over here will be also here for a few more minutes. So feel free to reach out. Yeah. Thank you. Cool.